leadership.
Let me take you to the very beginning, when it all started 50 years ago. Carved out of Assam in the year 1972, Meghalaya flaunts its exceptional beauty with the windswept tabletop mountains and lush green forests with spellbound streams and waterfalls. The land of the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia tribes who live in harmony and make Meghalaya a true paradise. The rich tradition, strong community culture, and perfect coexistence with nature can enchant anyone who visits the state. In these 50 years, supported by a strong community-based ecosystem and the citizens' zeal for progress, the state had overcome many challenges and difficulties. Like every candle has its shadows, there has been a few challenges the state had to face. Militancy issues, health and education infrastructure are a few of the obstacles the state has been dealing with. Several long-pending issues have been major constraints that have stunted the growth of the citizens and held them back to realize their true potential. The governance needed some transformative change. The year 2018 marks the beginning of an era of reformation in the history of Meghalaya when Conrad K. Sangma took the Chief Minister's oath to serve the state. With a bachelor's from Wharton and MDA from Imperial College London, Conrad K. Sangma is one of the most highly educated politicians in the country and energetic leader with a vision to see his state among the top 10 best states in the next 10 years, took the humongous task of transforming the state.
Our goal as a government is to be within the top 10 states in the country in the next 10 years.
He went beyond his CM stature and travelled across the state, met with diverse sections of people and discussed issues to assess the ground reality. Enabled by his visits, he understood that for Meghalaya, the priority was to create a system around the community culture and their practices that would help improve the economy of the state. Being an agrarian state, it was of paramount importance to revamp the support system for farmers, for them to rise above mere sustenance and actively contribute to the economy of the state. He launched Focus, Farmers' Collectivization for Upscaling Production and Marketing Systems, to boost agriculture-related activities in the state. Touted as the biggest farmer benefit scheme in the state, Focus aims to benefit 4.5 lakh farming households by cash transfer of Rs 5,000. The success and feedback led to formulation of Focus Plus that would extend the benefit to individual bank accounts of all the producer households to support their agriculture-related and allied activities. Now, all producer households would be benefited through Focus Plus and Focus Scheme. Mission mode projects were formulated, through which concentrated efforts were put in to improve the lives of producers of major products of the state. The Turmeric Mission, Ginger Mission, Piggery Mission, Pineapple Mission, Milk Mission, Honey Mission, Spice Mission are the major projects under the umbrella of Mission Mode projects. The success of the project can be attributed to the fact that 13 times more farmers have now been brought under turmeric mission than when it was launched 4 years ago.
Pada kalian kedai tidak jam citamai, dan bah bon kinang tit kenyat bengi kinang rem. Mana ya em geladau em gani geladau mission tersnya uji bon kejeng menpai.
To ensure livelihood opportunity for all the citizens of the state, the Honourable Chief Minister made sure that the support also extends to all. To achieve that, implementation of central schemes like Manrega, National Rural Livelihood Mission, needed to be improved. Taking cognizance of this, the government took proactive measures to turn the failures into strength. Now, Meghalaya is a top performer nationally in the implementation of many such central schemes. In Manrega, the implementation rate and average employment generation have almost doubled in comparison to the last government. The average annual wage expenditure, which is transferred to the beneficiaries, has increased by 50%.
Malangi longi subuk kinong kendong kinong rap kinong yai te belak sengiru di ham cencar dan rei nadu bawan kanega scheme MCA NGS te nilong ke bas yo cumentoy.
Regarding NREGS, I want to tell you that Meghalaya is one of the best performing states in the country today.
The implementation of National Rural Livelihood Mission was crucial for empowerment of rural women through livelihood promotion. But Meghalaya was lagging in the implementation. There were just 5,800 SHGs benefiting around 60,000 households in the year 2018. Now women are able to contribute economically to their families, a key trait missing earlier even in a matrilineal society like Meghalaya. To promote women's leadership, 50% of reservations for women in village employment councils were announced. However, there was still a scope of improvement, as for most part of the day, the women of the state spent their time engaging in household chores like cooking and fetching water. Jal Jeevan Mission was launched in the year 2019, which was the opportunity for the state to ensure tapped water connection for rural households of the state. The state tapped into this to save the women and children from drudgery of fetching pails of water every day. Before the year 2019, the tap water connections were limited to only 4,550 households. Now, more than 2.5 lakh households are connected with functional tap water connections, resulting in making Meghalaya being awarded as one of the best states in Jal Jeevan Mission by Government of India.
And today we have seen in this village also, we interacted with the villagers and they told us that earlier they had to carry the water almost from 500 meters, 600 meters, they had to walk uphill and bring the water in different containers. But today, the water is coming through the pipe to their doorstep.
Meghalaya had traditionally suffered from reluctance to institutional delivery of newborns, leading to a high maternal mortality rate and inadequate neonatal care. To address the issue, to track, trace and intervene, the government of Meghalaya initiated the Mother Program. Through this, pregnant and lactating mothers are being registered and monitored to address their immediate problems within the stipulated time so that proper care reaches them at the right place at the right time. Till date, more than 2 lakh mothers have been registered and tracked. The network of ASHA workers has also been strengthened with the timely payment of their salaries. The state government of Meghalaya initiated the CM Safe Motherhood Scheme to facilitate institutional delivery, under which 80 transit homes and 150 vehicles to carry high-risk pregnant and expecting mothers have been launched. Due to the dedicated efforts, the infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate have come down significantly. To address the issue of malnutrition among children, the Early Child Development Mission was launched. This has overall improved the health indicators of the mother and child. Meghalaya now ranks second best in the country for child immunization, with 91% of the children immunized. Proper health care and education for children is the key to creating a young force that is responsible for nation building. Till 2018, Meghalaya was a lap behind the country in providing education opportunities to youth. The government of Meghalaya, under the decisive leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Conrad Sangma, is putting all efforts into providing proper education and opportunities for the children and youth of the state. Honorable Chief Minister noticed the dilapidated condition of the state education infrastructure and announced improvement and upgradation of 1,800 schools throughout the state. The Chief Minister also resolved long-pending issues with teachers' salaries and revised the payment structure. The gross enrollment ratio of the state has also improved amongst other Indian states. The state of Meghalaya formulated the State Youth Policy in the year 2021. The policy was designed to support and nurture the youth to be able to compete with the rapidly changing globalized world. Aspire program was launched to provide life skill-based training, which would nurture critical thinking, soft skills, life skills, and communication skills among the youth.
We want that every single youth and citizen of the state must contribute maximum to your growth, to your family's growth, and to the growth of this state and this country. And that is the reason why, even though we are a small state, I believe that Meghalaya has got the potential to be the best state in the country.
Meghalaya, with a very young population, needs employment like other parts of India. To facilitate employment, it is necessary that the youth of Meghalaya are skilled, trained, and assisted. Skills Meghalaya's program was launched to augment various facets of skill development, livelihood generation, and entrepreneurship by forward-linking skills to schemes and thus to jobs and entrepreneurship.
How much did we get from the government? From Prime program. But how much? 10 lakhs. How much? 19 lakhs she got from Prime program. So now the packaging. Very good.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
That's good.
Over the time, there was no support for entrepreneurs in the state. Many startup dreams never left the drawing board, which could have created thousands of jobs and could have contributed to the state's economy. Being an entrepreneur himself, Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma understood these challenges better than many. He envisioned to transform the life of the youth from being job seekers to being job creators. Prime was launched to address this issue by creating a conducive environment for budding entrepreneurs to become job providers from job seekers. 1,400 plus entrepreneurs have been provided support through Prime. 2 major Prime hubs have been set up to facilitate the support system. Meghalaya has been awarded the best startup ecosystem in the country, along with Gujarat and Karnataka.
Initial challenges that I faced when I started my business was to connect with other weavers and artisans. The cost of procuring and also investing in raw material was very high. But with the intervention of Prime Hub, because they assisted me financially, I could invest in the raw materials, and also I got mentorship programs, so I could understand business better, and also it helped me really to run the business more smoothly.
Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma intended to deliver a scheme which would encourage the youth to engage in more meaningful activities, leveraging the wide network of youth organizations and clubs, which are one of the active groups in the state. Yes, Meghalaya was launched to reach these 3,000 plus youth groups to plan and implement grassroots level programs and activities pertaining to key themes affecting the youth. Up to 1 lakh financial assistance is being provided to these groups so as to provide the proper opportunities and platforms for the abundant potential in our youngsters, as well as the freedom to seek excellence without financial or societal constraints. Shillong is also known as the rock music capital of India. With the festivals and events round the year, many artists from all over the world come to Shillong to perform. Honorable Chief Minister, being an avid music lover himself, intervened and launched the Meghalaya Grassroots music project to carry forward the musical legacy of the state and to provide a platform for the many young talents. Every year, 500 plus new artists are aimed to be supported with a platform to play through cafe gigs and financial support through touring funds and performance fees. People of Meghalaya have always associated themselves with sports, but their abundance of talents has been hidden due to a lack of proper infrastructure and support system. To promote the sporting culture among the youth and children, the MDA government has commenced the construction of 318 grassroots infrastructure along with stadiums across the state. Iconic sports infrastructures like the PA Sangma Integrated Sports Complex in Tura and JN Sports Complex in Shillong, with state-of-the-art facilities, are being constructed and expected to be completed soon. This will further boost the sports infrastructure of the state and will nurture future Olympians from the state. State Talent Identification Program was launched to identify the hidden grassroots talents by testing them with international standard equipment and testing criteria from teams based out of the UK and Australia. The Meghalaya Games were revived after 16 long years and the participants were felicitated with cash prizes. To felicitate sports achievers of national and international tournaments and games, the state initiated cash award schemes for them. There are around 1.77 lakh of vulnerable citizens of the state who require social assistance. CARE scheme has been announced where Rs 9,000 cash transfer is made to these vulnerable citizens. Tourism and Meghalaya has always been in close proximity. From shoddy approach roads to a lack of schemes to benefit local tourist facilitators, Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma had the humongous task to change it all, and quickly. Add to his woes, COVID-19 occupied a majority of his tenure. However, the government knew that it had to strive more than even before. Honorable Chief Minister has announced construction of over 2,500 homestays in 5 years, all across the state to improve tourism infrastructure and boost rural entrepreneurships. Ropeways and hanging bridges are also being constructed to improve accessibility and attract more tourists to the state. Roads, the backbone of the economy of any state and country, needed a drastic improvement when MDA government came into power. Only 470 habitations were connected out of the 728 targeted habitations, and the total length of rural roads constructed was only 1,695 kilometers. Now, with 3,813 kilometers of rural roads and 556 connected habitations, Meghalaya is the best state in the northeast in the implementation of PMGSY. The rapid urbanization of Shillong has led to huge traffic congestion. To decongest the city, a new administrative city is being constructed on the outskirts of Shillong. This will come up with new road routes and a mini town that would generate more livelihood opportunities for the people nearby. In the past, the state secured external fundings but were unable to deliver the projects. Thus, only 2,300 crores of funding was received until 2018. Now, the state has received more than rupees 10,000 crores of funding, leading to four-fold increase in just 4 years. The state saw many progressive changes under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister. Meghalaya is getting international recognition and most recently received the much-esteemed WSIS Awards by the United Nations for the MEG-EA project. It has received the Best Tourism Awards and has been the Best Improved State in Central Schemes Implementation, and many more. All the efforts are now fruiting to success, taking Meghalaya from the bottom of National Indicator Assessment to one of the top performing states of the country. In the year 2015, according to the report of the Hindu, Meghalaya was at the bottom 3 in the implementation of Manrega. Now, the state is among the top performers. In the field of support to women through National Rural Livelihood Mission, the state was a lap behind according to many national news articles. But now, it is the best performing state in the northeastern region. With 91% children fully immunized, Meghalaya now ranks second best in the country from a low rank of 34th. From among the least performing states in rural road constructions, Meghalaya climbed up to the best performing in just 4 years. All this became possible due to the trust and support the people of Meghalaya had in their Chief Minister. The cooperative nature of the citizens and the relentless pursuit of the government to provide a better life today and create a best tomorrow for all.
Kubla